The Boagan Podcast. Check it out.
The Boagan Experience.
Podcast by day, failures by night, all morning.
All right, Brad, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right, we're talking about
Long way down.
Long Way Down. Okay. Can we and we're talking about who Will is, kind of what we think happens after the book, kind of thoughts on the book itself, the ghosts and what we think they represent.
But first we gotta talk about the falafel foe.
Yeah!
Okay, the falafel foe is a foe that falafels is a foe. And as you see, it turns on perfectly. Looks amazing, high res. And beautiful case. We sell these with the foe. This is the
You can't take it off. You can't take the case off.
You can't take the case off.
It's for your
and
protection.
This is the only case that has ever been made and will ever be made for the falafel.
Because you can't buy it.
You can, although, buy cases for your case. But that's it. Anyway, falafel foe.
And now back to your regular programming.
But let's start off with Will. Who is he?
Will's a kid who lives with his brother and his mom in an apartment on the 7th floor in the hood. Will's a particularly good kid. He wouldn't be affiliated in anything like a gang or anything like that.
All right. Did you talk about the family real quick?
Well, his mom has eczema, but we don't really hear a lot about her in the story, so we don't know what she's like. Sean, we don't hear a lot about him really either.
Except for him getting shot and all that.
Yeah, that's like the main conflict of the story. But Sean is like someone, he leaves in the afternoon and then doesn't come back till like 3 a.m. And he listens to rap, like Tupac and stuff. And he's probably more likely to be doing dangerous stuff like that.
Yeah. Definitely more than Will. And his father's gone too, right?
Yeah, his father got shot.
All right. Well, anyway. Let's well, you already said what the main conflict is. What does he do because of it?
Well, there's this thing called the rules. Rule number 1, it's no crying. Rule number 2, it's no snitching. And most importantly, rule number 3, get revenge.
Get revenge.
And so Will decides he's gonna follow rule number 3. So he goes to his room that he and his brother share, and he decides he's gonna get Sean's gun, which he keeps in his middle drawer.
Okay.
So he puts it under his pillow and he goes to sleep. And when he wakes up in the morning, he decides, today's the day, I'm gonna go get revenge. So he sneaks out without his mom knowing, and he goes to the elevator.
So Will gets into the elevator and presses the L floor, which reminds him of a game that him and Sean used to play. Correct?
This game where if you get in the elevator and someone's already in it, and the L button is pressed, then they're a loser.
Okay, so we're gonna take away the show for a second and talk more about the falafel foe. We were wrong. This is scary. We need to. Don't buy this. Please. This thing will kill you. the AI, like it's Ultron from the Avengers, and it wants all of humanity to be destroyed. You need to not buy this.
The only thing containing it is the fact that it's a really bad phone.
That.
Yeah. Okay. So, he gets into the elevator, goes, and presses the L floor, which is ironic because of their game. But he goes down, and then he gets stopped at the
Sixth
floor right below him. Yeah, and a guy walks in, who looks like a stranger, but it's actually an old guy from his past, and this happens multiple times, and it's all just a bunch of ghosts that kind of reflect who he is and like makes him think about his choices and what he's doing and all that.
And
on
the
most
last
important
floor
ones are his father and who has been dead for a while, as we said, and then Sean and at the last floor.
so when he meets two very important people, his father, who's been dead for a while, and Sean, his brother, who died the night before.
Yeah.
When he sees Sean says hi to all the other ghosts in the elevator, but he doesn't say hi to Will. He just ignores him.
Yeah, okay. And at the end he turns to Will as all the ghosts are leaving the probably should have talked about this earlier. Every ghost was smoking, and it kind of like fogged up everything, made Will kind of like forget about what's going on. He's kind of thinking more about the elevator, kind of like trying to breathe and all that. And when they get to the bottom floor, all the smoke comes out and washes away at the bottom floor, and most of the ghosts also kind of go with it. And right before Sean leaves, he turns to Will and cries for just a second, kind of breaking a rule, kind of showing Will that it's okay to, and then
Not get revenge.
yeah, and like a joke that he's been holding in, he just looks at Will and says, "You coming?" And that's how the book ends. Okay, so what do you think happens after Will does all that?
Personally, I think if we're going off Will's character, then he would be more likely to just go back in the elevator and go back up. But based on what we see at the beginning of the book, where he's talking like he's talking to a judge, we can assume that he went out and actually ended up, getting revenge. What do you think?
That's an interesting way to look at it. Personally, I think that he goes more for like with who his character is. I feel like he's very determined. I feel like he would follow through with something. But after seeing Sean cry, I think that he goes up to Rick's door. And, like, I feel like he looks at it for a second and like eventually, like, I don't know how long it would take, but I feel like eventually he would be like, no, I shouldn't do this. And then just goes back up into the elevator and just kind of goes about his life and just tries to deal with the loss and trying to cut out the cycle.
Yeah, I think based on his character, he would do that. But based on, what I said a second ago, the book, he's probably going to do it.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about the symbolism in the book, like the eczema that his mom has.
I think the eczema and her scratching at it is like symbolizing how she regrets making Sean go out to get her soap for her cream, and what would have happened if she didn't have him go out for it.
Yeah, kind of just the anxiety of having
to
to
live
do
in
that
such a
and-
stressful environment.
Yeah. And then the middle drawer, the fact that in Sean's room itself,
Yeah,
how
because
like it's all super clean. It's
the whole
like-
room is super clean, but then the middle drawer is like to the side.
it's the only thing. It's the only jagged part of Sean's entire side of the room. It's the only part that's not perfect.
The
spinning mic of doom
is a new app on your phone.
on your
Called the
falafel phone.
Yes. Okay, so it physically just manifests a microphone. That, to win $400, you have to pay $1,000 and get through 4 rotations. As you can see, I'm a pro at it, and I will win every time. As you can see, I'm a pro. And as you can see, I'm a pro. Look at all this money I've won from being amazing at this app. Buy it now!
Yeah.
Kind of symbolizing his like dark like the darker things that have happened in his life while he's like trying to have a better life, and then that darker part of him just kind of takes over and kind of gets to him, and then the gun itself having to be pulled out of there like that, and how he had to like kind of scratch it and crawl his way in to get to the gun. I feel like it just shows that maybe this isn't what you should do.
Maybe it's a sign that he shouldn't do it.
Yeah.